Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Menachem Halman. Good morning, Yitzchak Isaac Longer. Good morning, Isaac Hanan. It is good to see you all. I'm going to read this beginning part just for fun. Vayechi, the close of the patriarchal era, Genesis 47:28 through 50:26. The 12th and final section of the book of Genesis chronicles the last period. Chronicles the last period in the life of Yaakov and the succession of his son Yosef. Yaakov lived Vayechi, and he lived in Hebrew, the last 17 years of his life in Egypt. Besides devoting himself to the ongoing moral education of his descendants, Yaakov organized his family into tribes in order to prepare it for its spiritual destiny, and then bequeathed to each tribe its unique spiritual characteristics. After his death, Yaakov's sons bury him in the family burial plot in the Hebron. The section closes with the subsequent death of Yosef and his promise that God would eventually take them back to the promised land. That's the synopsis of the parsha. Cool. Okay, Yitzi, go ahead.
Number one. Parshas Vayechi, last parsha of this week, and then we do go on to Parsha Shemot. Yaakov, Genesis 47:28 through 48:9. Yaakov's final year is spent in Egypt with his returned family, where the best in his life. I guess that's saying that Yaakov really enjoyed his last few years in Egypt with his family and had fun. Yeah.
Mendel?
Hello. Oh, look who joined us. Yes, sir. Did the guys ever come for a full week, or they just didn't show up? They never showed up. They came. They just didn't. So basically, that means you go out for yourself. Or did you also not show up? So you go out for yourself. You have a full unlimited food. You and your family go out for dinner. That's funny. I was hoping that would encourage the guys to come more, but I don't know. Usually when there's whatever. Um, um, I'm back upstate because we have to grind a little more flour for Matzah Bakery, and yeah.
Thank you, Mendel. So the thing is, that was Hanukkah, and it was, I guess, tougher, guys. I could offer it again, but I could also take on my family. That'll be very sweet. I was actually looking at Tel Aviv Grill from the corner of my eye. I'm like, ooh, that would be nice to go there and get a big, nice shavarma, to warm up the soul. Got that one? True joy. Vayechi Yaakov Eretz Mitzrayim Sheva Esrei Shana V'Gemer Bereshis Mem Zayin Chav Ches. Yaakov lived 17 years in Egypt. Okay, Yosef Yisrael Cooperman, good morning. And would love to see your face. And if you're still in bed, get out of bed. And then show us your beautiful face. Good morning, Shalom. Good to see you. You're on the couch. Okay, go to the table. Let's go, yalla. Set up the computer. And give back your phone. Don't use me as an excuse.
No, excuse. Morning, Sham. Good morning, Mendel. Morning, Isaac. True joy means anything could be true joy. By someone getting married, someone winning the lottery, someone seeing their best friend, that's true joy. I mean, everything could be true joy. Today, maybe the reason why today's the true joy is because maybe something is happening to everybody, and there's going to be something happening for everyone to have joy. And yeah,
Okay. You'll see Cooperman that's going to be sitting at a table. It's your turn.
I'm not gonna be sitting at the table. I'm just be sitting right here and going off the video, because I'm tired and you're not here. So your warm mikvah. There's a very nice cold mikvah in the back of Jets, so I think you should start using that cold mikvah and being a type of chassidus. No talking behind my back, Isaac. If you're gonna talk, you gotta unmute yourself. Goodbye. My finger's by the hang up button. Anything you want to say before I go?
Shalom. Shalom.
Oh, I'm sorry. I passed now.
Okay. Mendel?
Yeah. So I was saying that I'm not at work in the Mott's Bakery right now because I'm upstate, and I forgot to turn off my alarms for when I wake up to go to work. So it's like at 6 o'clock, the alarm starts waking me up. I'm like, I didn't even turn it off. So it woke me up at 6 o'clock, and then I went back to sleep. I woke up my father also, so it's like a bummer because I drove upstate. I drove halfway. After the George Washington Bridge, I drove the rest of the way because my father was like exhausted, so I had to drive. And I was like a little tired, but it wasn't like too tired to like drive. I was like a little tired. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and my body like my muscles are aching because like I work all day, and yeah, that's basically I'm up. Is the time up?
Perfect. Avi.
Good morning, everyone. Good to see all of you. Mandy, it's good to see you. Um, I was just, hi, looking good. I was just thinking that, like, why is it that I could talk to someone and, like, I'm not nervous or anything. It's just like a normal conversation. And the same thing for 100 different people. It's just like normal. But if they're all together, then I'm like, why is that a thing? You don't. It could be totally rhetorical. Every time I talk, by the way, it should be rhetorical. It should be. But I was just thinking about that. FiveAlive made me think of it. Good morning, Rabieska. So,
Avi, I love that question. Morning, Rabieska. Good to see you. Such a good question. I can speak to every individual. Then some reason when they're all together, now I'm like afraid to speak to them. Genius. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's a good question. I don't know. I wonder what you're going to come up with. Okay. Notwithstanding Yaakov's joy in seeing his family reunited and faithful to their traditions, it is still hard to imagine how the years he spent in the idolatrous environment of Egypt could be the best of his life. The answer to this puzzle is that, as mentioned previously, Yaakov had sent Yehuda to set up an academy for the study of the Torah in Egypt. Yaakov thereby ensured that he and his descendants would remain immune to the negative influences of Egypt's corrupt society.
morning, Yasuke. Good morning, Yossi. Morning up. Morning, Shalom. Never mind. Um, say pass.
Rabbi Yaska.
I speak to Avi about the conversation to people. Somebody asked the Rebbe, people has 6 million Jews got killed. So the Rebbe asked a question. One Jew gets killed. It's so bad. But what do you speak about 6 million? You understand? You hear what I said? The Rebbe said like this. Somebody complained to the Rebbe, 6 million Jews got killed. Not here? The Rebbe said, the Rebbe said, one Jew is killed. By 6 million. One Jew is killed is already bad. So what I want to say is like this, responding to Avi. You don't hear me?
I hear you now.
Okay. I don't know why you don't, probably because of the weather. I don't know.
Rabbi Yaska.
What?
Yes.
You hear me now?
Yossi Cooperman.
What's up, Yaska? I'm just bored and I'm gonna go to sleep in 10 seconds, so bye. If I put myself on mute, it means I passed.
Okay, Mandy.
Avi, think about it like this. Think as like everybody as one person, and then it'll just be easy for you to talk to them. If you're like a group of people, just think of them as like one person, and just say what you want to say instead of thinking like, oh, each one's an individual person. Like each one is an individual person, but if you think about it like this, like I want to say something to everybody as one, just think of them as like one person. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say to Avi. And Isaac, did you see the video I sent you? How cool was that? Super cool, right? Yeah. Um, yeah, that's not what I usually do, but I did it for fun. And my battery's low. And I'm not used to not seeing the timer. Like I like seeing the timer so I can know how much time I have. But like whatever, it's fine. Like I get like the point of when yeah, whatever.
Okay, Avi.
Thank you everyone for responding. I guess one you could say, like Rubiescu was saying, is how do you value who you're speaking to, or for like one person is so valuable, it's extremely valuable, and like oh one person, a lot of people like in times where like if you have the option to save one people or it's hard to, and also it depends on someone is just like the president, then like oh my gosh, it's a people you don't care about, then it's nothing to keep your self-esteem from, then it's something. So it depends on how you value the other. Thank you for responding.
Wow. Very powerful. So technically, in a way, um, the person that's afraid to speak to even one person, he's the one that's more correct. If there's a guy that's not afraid to speak to individuals, but is afraid to speak to a crowd, there's something incorrect about that because he doesn't value individuals, and he's just intimidated by a bigger crowd. But a person that's afraid to speak even to one person is because it's a huge responsibility. I can't just speak to one person. So, very interesting thought. Very intriguing. Avi, I really like it. So I think my conclusion is that basically I'm not so logical. If I'm afraid of speaking in a crowd, I don't think it's a logical thing. Yeah. ACVS Cooperman, please set up.
About 3. Um, Furthermore, by resisting the contentment of Egypt, Yaakov's children grew in a way that is only possible when we are faced with challenges. This is why Yaakov's best year were those that he spent in Egypt. For it was only there that he could see that his children had fully absorbed his moral instructions and guidance. He now knew that the divine mission begun by his grandfather Avram will continue. So that means that he enjoyed in Egypt because his kids got along. Yeah.
Rabbi Yeska. Rabbi Yeska, it was just that when you were moving the phone and it was making noise from the mic. That's the
Okay.
reason why we couldn't hear you.
So, I like the elaboration about the crowd or not. So there's many system how you pick it for the crowd. You know, uh, they say think that all of them are naked, so you don't have worries about them how they dressed. So if you think all of them are undressed, you speak, or you focus on one person, you speak. What is all the technology? What is to this makes you operate? Oh, I want a Spurkis 70, and then I was thinking I speak to the Rebbe in my mind. I didn't care about the crowd. I speak to the Rebbe. Then we speak whatever everything is technique. But one thing is, if you real, what I realized today, by bringing this question in reality, that means you have to have a direction for everybody. Basically, that's what I understand. That means you have to have a direction completely for everybody.
Thank you, Rabbi Yeska. Yossi Cooperman, what would you like to share?
I'd like to share that you should finish this and come to Jets and what do you think? Do you have class? Not you sitting on a couch or on a chair. This YouTube video. I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I even watching this? I'm so bored. I think I'm just gonna go to sleep, and Isaac's gonna come back and wake me up and start attacking me. Yeah, yeah, whatever. Bye. Pass. Pass.
Where does it go on mute? Okay, Nehemia, go ahead.
Good morning. Good morning, Mandy. Morning, Mr. Coops. Good morning, Avi. Good morning, Isaac. Good morning, Yaska. I think that's Mitzi. I can't see. But good morning, everyone. Today it's a beautiful day. I can't. Oh, a came over for showers, so it was like really nice. And Levi Blizz was here, and like Levi Konnikov, like Mendel, like everyone came over to my apartment, and we like vibed and like had a mad chill
Nice.
Friday night and Shabbos day.
Mindy, go ahead.
Isaac asking people for sleeping on the couch when they're not supposed to be on it. Like, you can make a lot of money, Isaac. Seriously, like, you can make a lot of money. Just like start costing people $20 if they like on the couch when they're not supposed to. Like, you want to get up? $20. $20 for being on the couch. And you'll just like make bank. Just make a lot of money, and you could like put it towards Five Live or a Myths or something, and then yeah, that would be a great idea. Because you try getting people off, and then like they don't get off, and you just cost them $20, and then yeah, that would be amazing. And how's Jet? Oh, Olivia Blazinski was in Crown Heights for a wedding, I think, and I saw him. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm really tired, and like the first time I'm joining Five Live in a couple weeks. Like I haven't joined Five Live in a while.
Thank you, Mandy. Avi?
It's good to see everyone, but Mendy, I'm glad you joined. And okay, I have a riddle, reality riddle for Biska. Okay, so let's imagine there's one train track and it splits into two. And it's one person and he's listening to his headphones, he can't hear anything. And on the other one, there's three people and they're listening to their headphones and they can't hear. Train is coming and it's headed towards the three people. And you have a lever, you have ability if you want to press it and to make it hit the one person. So can you do that? Can you like logically can you do that? What if it was like 30 people and you just press one button and then it just kills one? Then Mendy, what do you think? No, you could talk. It's okay.
Thank you, Avi. This is an old one. I believe, according to halacha, you cannot. You are not allowed to do it because the Torah values one life. There's no value. There's no difference in value. Basically, you can't say it's worth this life is worth more than that life or anything like that. Anyways, I don't actually know. I'm just telling you what I heard. Similarly, we often find ourselves in Egypt, in places of spiritual darkness. Like Yaakov and his family, through studying the Torah, we remain safe from the darkness of Egypt and reveal godliness even there. Look at the Sichos, volume 10, pages 160 to 166. Wow. So, this Shabbos, I made a chlata for this week to make sure, based on the Yom Yom of Shabbos, made a chlata to learn, to make sure that I learn 4 hours of Torah.
That's a good one. Let's see. I mean, what I got out of this part was that Yaakov enjoyed his last lives with his children, and it was very enjoyable. He enjoyed it a lot. Um, um, got nothing to say. Pass.
Yosef Yitzchak Cooperman.
I'm still waiting for you to go to come to Jets. And no, the only person who'll have to knas is me, and that will not work out well. Because I'm the only one that basically sleeps here. Bye. So, Isaac, I hope in 5 minutes, if I go on this, you're on the way to Jets. You don't need your warm hot tub. You have a perfectly good pool to go to mikvah. Selfish needs. Isaac, just come here already. And could you please respond to me now? And so tell me what you're gonna do. And so if I should know, I should wait here or just sleep here for 2 hours till you come back. Bye. Isaac, speak.
Mandy Hellman.
Not funny, Isaac.
Avi, you should stop imagining. Stop stop imagining that there's people on a railroad with headphones on. Just stop imagining. You won't, and nobody will die. Because if you imagine, then someone's gonna get hurt. But if you stop imagining, then no one's gonna get hurt. That's the answer to the riddle. Stop imagining about the railroad and stuff. And yeah, oh, he left. But yeah, that's basically it. Yud Shvat is coming around really quick. Like Hanukkah is already over, and like this week's a fast. This week or next week? Start of Teves is a fast. It's when is it? 2 days? In 2 days. It's awesome. It's really cool.
Avi?
I'm thinking if I had not heard that before, like that scenario, what would I think? Probably the one person. Like, but and that just seems like kind of obvious to me. If you heard it, if you know it, if you learned it, it's obvious. Like if we didn't like learn any of this, nothing would be obvious. It just depends on what time period you live, because now everyone just looks at what the society's doing and that rationalizes what's okay. We'd have no clue what's okay, what's not okay. And most people today don't. I'm telling you, in like 20 years, I hope not. Like Mashiach is gonna come, but if he doesn't, it's gonna be messed up. It's crazy. 40 years,
Thank you, Avi.
100 years.
For the moral code. And basically, it depends what your morals are. The moral question. Morally, is it okay? And because we base our morals on Torah, we don't have that issue. We just see what Torah says about it, and we follow what the Torah says, as opposed to just following what society says, which is pretty much what you're saying. Um, but I mean, I think that it's a big accomplishment and a huge leap to realize and to pay attention to the fact that Pirkei Avos, for example, we have a code, we have a morals that we follow, and we do ethics of our fathers, things like that, which we're taught exactly how to live our lives, and sometimes we don't understand it because of the way that we're brought up, but we can.
Um, I passed.
Mendy.
Yeah, basically it. Isaac, you should definitely go out with your family for like take your family out for like a meal. You should definitely do that. And yeah, like time passes by so quick. This past like month passed by so quick for me. Like I don't realize it. Like there's one of the ladies that work in the matzah bakery. She's been in there for almost 40 years, and she said it's like yesterday that she like it feels like yesterday that she just like came to the matzah bakery, and now it's like 40 years past, and I was like crazy. And yeah, working in the matzah bakery is fun and it's hard at the same time. Like I enjoy it. It's like I have fun, but also it's like physical. Like my back's killing me all day, and yeah, but like once you like do it, it's like very rewarding.
Avi, last minute.
I think people like way I like behind time. Looking in the past, it's like it looks quick, but looking in the forward, it does not seem as quick. So, so yeah. Boring book. I mean, important book. Important. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think of Isaac? Have you read it? You've read it. You've definitely read it. The Power of Now. You haven't? You have? You want to? You want it? I should give it to you.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much.
Here's
Share
why. All right.
Good day, Isaac.
beautiful day.
Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day. You too.